Hey guys, well today what I want to talk about is your char tin. There seems to be every so often some questions arise as to do you need to put a hole in your char tin? What size hole do you need to put in your char tin? How do you know when your char cloth is done? Can you overdo your char cloth? Things like that. So it may be basic to some of you folks, but you know, I kind of like re-going over some stuff, and there's always new people starting out all the time. So I'm going to show you some tins that I have. First of all, this one's pretty gunky. I've been doing some birch oil stuff in this one. And this is the bottom part of it. It's just a candle tin. Okay, I'm not going to put it together because the birch oil made it all nasty. I'm going to do an initial burn in with this. I'm going to get rid of all that gunky stuff, get rid of all the candle wax, make sure that's nice and clean. But you know, it's a tin, whatever. Do I need to punch a hole in this? Trust me, when I get done on this, this is a decent tight fitting lid on this one. This one I picked up, it's some sort of floral adhesive, whatever the heck that is. I didn't really care for the inside stuff. I didn't know what it was or cared about it. I just wanted the tin. Just a little tin. You know, something small. What about this one? Do I need to put a hole in this one? It's your regular sucrets. Very similar to an Altoids tin. Okay. And then this one I've used quite a bit. I've just got some charred punk material in it, or charred natural material in it. My thought is on these containers, this container is not waterproof. How can it be airproof if it's not waterproof? That's just my thought on it, okay? I've never had a problem not punching a hole in my tin. If you overload your tin, the gases that are trying to escape can pop your lid off, you know, whether it be a little bit or whatever. It can pop your lid off. That would be the only reason that I could see where you would want a hole in your tin. It's not waterproof, but it sure is water resistant the way it is right now. If I punch a hole in it, I've just compromised that container more than what I needed to. If you were really concerned about it and you had just like a shoe polish tin or something really, really tight fitting, which I've never found one that was so tight fitting that smoke wouldn't come out, you could always kind of cockeye your lid just a little bit and just keep an eye on it. As far as the Altoids tins or like this Sucrets tin, look at the hinges there. That's plenty of holes right there. So anyway, let me get a fire going and we'll do some experiments in these tins and see if I can actually make some char material in it. Maybe I got lucky when I've done it in the past. Let me get a fire going and... Okay guys, here we go. I'm just going to kind of load up my tins. This one already had some charred material in it, but I went ahead and there's some... every time I use a piece of char, I put a piece of punk wood or something like that in there. So there's a little bit of undone stuff, uncharred material, and then also just a little thistle top there. We'll try that. See if my... So everything's been burned out of this candle tin. I'm just going to throw some... I'm going to be real careful and not get the snow on my 100% cotton. We all know it's 100% cotton or organic material you can use to char with. The only thing I can say is basically I have had some trouble with some different colored dyes. Black seems to work real good for me. White, you know. Anyway, I'm going to throw the material in the char cloth. Since how we're doing a test, I'm not going to load it up super high. Make sure the lid is cooled off. Yep, that's cooled off. That fits pretty snug. Okay. We'll throw a piece in our Sucrets tin here. And this one's really snug. I think I had some pine sap in that one. I didn't burn that one out. Hopefully that'll work. Pretty secure. And then that flower adhesive junk. I knew that stuff would be flammable and it sure was. Went right up. This one might be a little tightly packed in there, but we'll try it anyway. So you can see this one's kind of, it's deformed a little bit from me using a screwdriver getting the crap out of there. But anyway, try that. And then I just picked this one up at the thrift store the other day. Oh, let's see, I got it full of some punk wood and thistle top, stuff like that. I got one piece of cotton left, we'll throw that in there, might as well. Alright, we'll reset up the camera and throw her on the fire. Okay, one more thing I guess I'll add real quick. Could I throw my tins right on there? Yeah, I've seen some guys do it with a fire like this. I personally don't like it like this. It's raging pretty good. I want to let this die down. It's soft wood, it's not going to give me great coals, but it will give me some coals. I want to wait for those coals to develop. I don't need near this big a fire. I don't need near this much flame. I could scoop it all to one side if I wanted to, but I got time. I'm just going to kind of let her die down a little bit. And right down there, let's see. Right down in here, that's going to develop some nice coals, and that's where I want to put my char tins. Okay, the wind's really swirling bad, but anyway, burned down pretty quick. Just going to kind of throw the tins on there. Well, that one, that's the Kretz tin. I don't know if that's going to work. I didn't realize I had so much pine pitch still in there. I can hear it popping. There we go. Now part of this smoke here is this bottom stick here that's on there. But I think you guys can see some of that smoke is coming from the tins. See right there through the hinges of the Sucrets tin? We got smoke coming out. It's tough to tell on this one quite yet. This one's got hinges in it too. I didn't show you that one before I put it in there, maybe I did. Anyway, that one's got hinges too. With a lower fire like this, I'm probably going to end up putting some flamage, some sticks across there in just a minute. But with a lower fire like this, you got to kind of wait a while. And as far as I'm concerned, you can't overdo char cloth. You can, personally, I've kind of messed it up, I think, by the fire kind of getting inside there. See this? Now whether that's pine pitch running out or the gas, looks to me like it's the gas. When it flames up like that, I don't really care for that. I try to put it out when I can. You can see the flames once in a while right there. Just kind of being assisted by this flaming log down here. Anyway, let's let her char for a while. Okay, I had it in here for about 6 minutes. I was keeping a careful eye on it with the coals and kind of moving it around, just cooking it, you know, make sure the flames don't get too crazy from the smoke. I noticed basically all the smoke is done. I personally like to leave it in there for a while longer. Now I'm just gonna totally bake it. I mean, I'm gonna put all this wood on there and let this wood die down and then take it off the fire. I like to, you know, make 100% sure that it's done. And now with most of that smoke going out of there, all this fire in here isn't gonna hurt it at all. Alright guys, it's been about 12 minutes. I'm going to kind of move some of this fire out of the way. I don't need it to stay in there any longer. You can tell this one down there gets red hot. None of the lids have popped up. That's a good sign. Let's see if I can find all my tins. Alright, I'm going to pull them off. We'll let them cool over here for a few minutes so I can pick them up. And then, seeing how it's getting kind of dark out here, we'll go in the garage and see if this char cloth and char material actually lights with a flint and steel. Okay guys, here we go. I took them off the fire a little bit ago. They're cooled off. I'm going to grab my flint and steel and we'll just go down the line. I have not opened them yet, so, you know, Hopefully it's done. Okay. That's a pretty good seal. Looks like char cloth to me. Okay. Wow, let's get a good strike here. My hands are cold. All right. Trying to show it for the camera too here. Let me readjust this. There we go. Took a little bit longer than what I wanted, but you can see it's developing into a nice ember. I think I've got it too compressed right there. There we go, multiple strikes there. Right there. All right, I mean, it seems to have worked for me. That one. Here's the thrift store tin. Okay, so we've got the char cloth and some charred materials. With the charred materials, I like to rain the sparks down on them. Right in there, okay. See if we can get a couple more things. All over the char cloth, all over the thistle there. Alright, close that back up again and hopefully she'll stop burning. The secrets with the pine sap all over it. I like to burn my containers before I make char cloth. I didn't on these. See if we can just rain down some sparks. First strike. See that? So again, first strike. It worked. That's a nice seal. Okay, we got the... Boy, my mind is not working today. Sorry guys, I just got off work not that long ago. We got the thistle there. Okay. That one's going to go out. Sometimes with this punkwood and stuff it takes a little bit, but see there's multiple ones right there. Cattail and punkwood. Last one. Wow, that's a heck of a seal. Oh, and it's upside down too. Nope, that's good. Alright. One strike. You got your char cloth lit. Okay guys, well thanks for sticking with me with this little experiment. I just kind of wanted to show that basically I see no reason to put a hole in your char tin. I mean, if you're having troubles with maybe some moist material that you're putting in there, maybe you're putting in some greener type stuff, maybe you need that hole for the moisture to escape. I've personally never run into that problem. Not that I char a lot of green stuff. I have tried to char green mullein. Someone told me you could do that. I didn't have any luck with it, but maybe if I had a hole in my tin, I don't know. For me, it's not worth putting a hole in my tin for unusual materials. I know what materials will work. I throw them in these tins, no holes, they fit tight. You know, it's perfectly good for me. So anyway, one last parting thought, I guess. I like to let my char cloth set for 24 or 48 hours and then come back to it and make sure that it's still as good a quality as I thought it was when I put it away. If it is in 24 to 48 hours, if it still lights up like what we just saw, it's good to go. I'll store it in Ziplocs or I'll store it wherever, and it's fine. I've never had a problem with it. So anyway, hope you guys liked the video and take care.